Hello my beautiful fellow Scorpios, welcome to your mid-May update reading with me, Lorien. It's an absolute pleasure to bring you this reading today, and we're going to be using the Taramuka and also the Work Your Light Oracle deck. I do have the first impressions video for that if you're interested, but let's have a look and see. I am Scorpio Sun, so I'm also invested in this, but we're going to see what's coming up for you guys. Hopefully you can hear me as well, because thanks to my gorgeous patrons, I finally managed to invest in a microphone, so hopefully you can... Whoa, hello. Well, I'm going to put you out. I'm going to put the ones that actually fell out on top of me on here. It was like, stop talking, Lorien, stop talking about your microphone. We want to have some information come through for our delightful Scorpios. What are you doing, Lorien? As it does. Okay, so I'm in two minds as to whether to pick out the ones that went on the floor. I kind of feel like they're calling to me, so... Ooh, bear with me just 1 second. Okay. Well, there we go. I might even move the camera a little bit so you can see. Oop, oop, oop. There we go. So... apologies for the mishap just then, but yes, thank you to everyone who is a patron supporter or who has donated, because you facilitate the ability to improve my channel and to improve the messages that I bring everybody who watches this channel. So thank you so much. And also, if you'd like to have a look at the ways to contact me below, you can do. But let's have a look at what is coming through for Scorpio. Now, the very first card I saw, which is why I put it over there, is the Wish card. Bloody beautiful. Okay, so the Nine of Cups is one of the best cards of the deck, in my opinion. I was already skipping ahead there. And obviously, because we have the full moon in Scorpio on the 18th of May, this is prime time to manifest our desires. This is prime time to manifest everything that we have wanted to do. Draw down the power that gives us Scorpios our damn right to be here. So because it's going to be in our first house, if you have Sun in Scorpio, it's going to be in our first house. And this is going to be kind of complicated. Simply because the Sun and the Moon are going to be in the first house. If that is indeed the way your astrological chart works, this is general. But with those two, it's kind of our emotions and our view of ourself, our body, our path through life, our self-love, our identity. So this is kind of highlighting any of the things that we may have forgotten or want to improve or want to develop over the course of the year. It's not just for May, as far as I can see on here, but the key thing to realise is that the fear, I think this is what's going on, and this is kind of in the background. So this is the fear of insecurity. This is the fear of being pushed aside in favour of other things. This is the fear of not being able to attain what we set ourselves to do. So the high level standards that we have, that can sometimes be very scary. I mean, it's a wonder that other people aren't put off by the amount of standards that we have. Like, there's such a high bar that if some people fall below it, we're instantly like, well, goodbye. So I think with ourselves, we do treat ourselves in the same vein a lot of the time. We kind of push ourselves to one side, and this is kind of saying, look, you've got the Wish card and the Star here. It's time to wake up. It's time to use the power of the universe that we have in our bones. We are made of stars. We are. Because everything that comes naturally to us, carbon, all the elements that we experience in the world, is basically made up of the same things from stars. And life started some way. So who's to say that we don't have the power of the universe in our little pinky finger? You know, this is something that we need to learn to embrace about ourselves, because sometimes I think we're like, no, Scorpios aren't that bad, no. No, we're not that bad, but we are very powerful, we are very deep, we are very intentional. I think with Cancer, it was brought up that, you know, there are different ways with the water signs. So Cancers are more like the 1 foot on the earth, 1 foot in the water, the, you know, shallow rocks and stuff, where they want to hang out and just dip their toe in. Pisces are more like the shallows, not that they're shallow, but there's something that seems to be like they don't go as deep sometimes, Scorpios are the deep, dark oceans. We are the unexplored. We can get really rowdy when it's stormy, or we can look absolutely beautiful and crystal clear. We can help people on their journey, for instance, sailors and stuff, or we can destroy them, basically. So we do have a lot of love to give, and but I don't know whether we start with ourselves sometimes, and it feels like this month at least we have to start loving ourselves and being kind to ourselves. Take that 20 minutes in the morning or 10 minutes to do a meditation, to journal, to do that yoga and stretch your body and get acquainted with what has been given to you, basically, and the vessel that you're in right now, and the soul with a body, and that feeling of connectiveness with the prana, which is life force in yoga. That could be something that you need to awaken, because judgment is about being awoken. It's about standing up to your life path. It's about having that feeling of needing to take charge and move forwards. I mean, you do have the Six of Swords here too, so I honestly believe that this is a kind of a key saying, you have a direction to follow, but you're not dragging the baggage with you, you're dragging the emotional strength and the experience. I've learned recently there's a beautiful channel called Loon Innate, and she said in one of them, bad experiences aren't facts, they're experiences. And sometimes we say, oh, well, this person's been bad to me, that means I deserve it, or that means, everybody's bad. That isn't the case here. We need to learn how to grow and how to be independent. I mean, sometimes we can be too independent. We can be too overly reliant on ourselves, and that puts us under an immense amount of stress. So I think for the middle of May onwards, we need to be very careful with how we use our words, who we're keeping close, yes, but also who we're driving away with our need to be self-sufficient and our need to be, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Ask the universe for help. Please do that, Scorpio. You don't deserve to be pushed to one side. You don't deserve to be shoved into a corner somewhere. What you need to do is accept the fact that you are a divine being, absolutely divine, and this is something that you need to utilize and grow and just be yourself and be beautiful all the time. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. So what you receive, you will of course be able to give back. What you put into things, you will get out of it. So for instance, if you feel guilty that you haven't been able to write 5,000 words every day, just take a trip and, break that kind of mentality. Try and forgive yourself for the things that are coming through to you. Now, before I did this reading, I actually had a conversation with the cards. I was setting things up and I was setting up the camera, and I said, look, we're going to be doing Scorpio now. So I do talk to them. It's a weird thing, but oh well. And I said, we're going to do Scorpio now, followed by Sagittarius, and we just need to know what kind of information Scorpio has for the month. And then obviously they threw all these cards out, but it's kind of divine timing, and I'm glad I picked these two up, because it does give the feeling of having that connection, having that movement forwards. You do need to be kinder to yourself this month, Scorpio, me included. I'm not excluded from these messages. This is something that I experience daily. It's like sometimes the messages coming through for clients, the messages that most tarot readers, psychics have, can be for themselves also. It's kind of like the universe reflecting a mirror at them and going, see. So let's just have a look at what your card is for the rest of May. Oh, come on, darlings, let me know. Let me know which card is for Scorpio. You wanted me to have one of these, but then these three came up and, oh, there's too much. Okay, you. Awakening. Ooh. So awakening is energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yeah, I agree with all of that, because basically this is kind of saying that this is a new age now. It's a case of being aware of more things, being in tune with the things that are going on around you. You say we have downloads all the time. You hear people saying that they've experienced, this inner knowing, intuitive flashes, all that kind of stuff. Well, we are, like I was saying, divine beings. We are, portions of stars. We are made up of the universe, it's in us. So we need to reach the same vibrational energy as the planets. We need to reach the same vibrational energy of the universe itself. There's absolutely no reason that you will have to avoid communicating with the universe and asking questions of it. The star card here says, just ask. You know, we've got your back. You don't have to go about it on your own all the time, Scorpio. I know it's a habit. Believe me, I know it's a habit. But you are very much a welcome being on this earth. You are somebody who has the kind of wisdom that old wives and common women and wise women and witches have. You know what I mean? And that can scare some people because you just seem to know things. You are the psychics, you know, you're somebody who can have a deep inner power. And I think it's time to embrace that. You know, if people don't like it, fine. Obviously, they're not on the same level as you. And I think that's okay to absolutely be yourself and unapologetic for it. But I hope this helps you, Scorpio. Do let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you. And also if you have a question you'd like me to ask on a pick a card reading, because I am doing those soon. But all the information you need to donate or get in touch with me is down below in the description box. And for now, I'm sending you so much love. Love to you all, and I'll speak to you guys very soon. Goodbye.